Welcome back to Marveled Media Podcast, where we talk about all things media, especially Marvel. I'm Blake. I'm here with my co-host, Alex, and our new full-time co-host, Josh.
And welcome to episode 7 of Gold or Fold, where Blake, Josh, and I give our thoughts on a film or an aspect of that film, if it was good, if it was trash, or where it ranks for us. So today we'll be ranking the MCU shows from last year, and I'll be handing it off to Josh to start us off with his number 4.
That's your number 4.
It is number 4. I got to start off hot with my number 4. Wait, it's not. Oh yeah, it's number 4. Number 4 is Hawkeye for me because I absolutely hate this show. It was boring. I hated almost every episode, and still to this day, I would never rewatch it.
What the fuck just happened? What?
Yeah. I hated this show, bro.
You're lying.
Remember how I literally texted while I was watching each episode, and I always would say how just awful this show is for me. Dude, it was painful for me to watch. Yeah,
that's insane.
I didn't enjoy it. I just didn't at all.
Dude, that is a hot start. Wow. That's
Jesus.
Wow. I mean. Yeah, that's definitely shocking. I'll just go with my number 4 because I thought this is everyone's number 4. Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Fucking dog shit.
Yeah, I agree.
The best thing of that is finally we get to see Sam officially as Cap, which is amazing. His suit is amazing. His monologue at the end was amazing. Besides that last episode getting those parts, that movie or show was not good. Carly, who the fuck cares about her? The best thing she did was die. Because that gave us Sam's monologue at the end. I thought this was a clear and obvious. This is last. That series sucked.
I thought so too, dude. I have it also as my number 4 because it was ass. Like the best part about it, yeah, like you said, was Sam becoming Cap, and then like the few episodes where like the Dora Milaje showed up, and the little bit of fight scenes that we got. Other than that, yeah, no, it was definitely the weakest out of all 4 of them. I don't know. You got fucking Hawkeye last? What's wrong with you?
Not to mention, anything that has Bucky a part of it is going to be bottom tier because he's a little bitch, and I hate him. He fucking sucks. So, Falcon and Winter Soldier's ass. Josh, go ahead with your number 3.
Listen, I got to defend why I chose Hawkeye. Okay, listen. The fighting in Hawkeye was so much worse than in The Falcon and Winter Soldier. By a mile. Like the fight scenes made me cringe. Plus also Yelena in it just wasn't what I wanted. I did not like her in Hawkeye. So that's what I would say.
What?
Dude, I just remember her whole interaction with Clint was just not good. It was just like, I do not like this. This is stupid that she was chasing Clint in the first place. It was just dumb. The whole storyline was dumb. I did not like it at all. But to start off with my number 3, baby, it is, of course, the Soldier.
No.
No, real quick.
I think we gotta put this out there.
Real quick. I just need to fix something from the beginning. In the intro, I said our new co-host, Josh. He's a special guest for this episode because he's done with the show. Because what the fuck are you talking about?
He's demoted.
Right dude, Yelena is amazing.
Yeah, her character is amazing, but I didn't like how her story was going in the Hawkeye.
Why? She was upset. She thought he killed her sister.
It was so stupid. It was so obvious that literally anyone could just explain to her, bro. That was like, that's not what happened. And then I'd be like, oh, okay.
Who was going to explain it to her?
Dude, literally anybody on...
Who?
It was just, I was obvious that she sacrificed herself. And it wasn't that he killed her.
How was it obvious? She was dead.
Because we watched it. She did it.
Was dead. She came to life, and she heard her sister was killed. How is she supposed to be like, that's fake? No, she wasn't. I know that. She was fucking dead. How is she supposed to know?
Dude, I just thought it was dumb. I didn't like it. That's what I'll just stand by.
She was dead, she was resurrected, and she was told, oh, your sister was killed by this guy. Why would she just be like, you're lying? No, she wasn't. I believe you. Or I don't believe you.
Listen, I don't remember why I thought I was, because I don't remember how I reacted on the show. So I just stand by what I said. I just remember in the heat of the moment, that's how I felt.
Just go to your number 3.
My number 3 is the Soldier. Falcon and Winter Soldier,
no.
obviously.
Okay, thank God. If you didn't put that at 3, at least I was going to say.
No, it was more of like I watched this just to watch something. And like the rewatchability of that show just isn't that good. And like Carly is the baddie just wasn't working at all because who gives a shit? And then the only nice thing was the fact that Sam's suit was amazing and beautiful, and the introduction of his suit was fire, and that obviously is where the whole budget went, was that last episode. And you could have just saved us all the time and just only showed that episode and it would be good. But also the new Captain America thing, that was just, I don't know, the actor, it wasn't that great.
Yeah, John Walker.
Yeah.
I don't know, I thought the actor did good, but I think overall, like, I don't really care. Like,
I felt like his line
issue with a lot of these shows. No, I agree. I feel like a lot of these shows like are somewhat connecting to the future, but we don't know how. Like, obviously, we have John Walker is with the whole Valentina agent, secret agent, U.S. agent, and it's like I don't care to see him again. I don't know when we're gonna see him again, but I don't fucking care to. Obviously, with WandaVision, you have White Vision at the end of it. We don't know when we're gonna see him. Him, I actually want to see. Like, that's kind of the issue with these shows. Loki, the end of Loki, I thought it meant something, but there's been like 5 Marvel projects since that finale episode, and it hasn't meant shit since they messed up the timeline. So, like, I don't know, the TV shows to me.
Well,
I mean,
yeah,
I'll just, because
biggest...
I can just...
Yeah, you're saying? Oh, okay, well, my biggest gripe...
I'll just say right now, number 3 is Loki.
Number 3?
I'll say it. Well, number 3, Loki.
Me too.
It is the end of Loki.
Yeah, me too.
I thought was like dope. Like, oh, this is gonna mean something. And like I said, we've had like what 5-ish Marvel projects I think since then. It hasn't meant shit. There was so many filler episodes, which I feel like just get skipped over. There was like 2 or 3 episodes of this limited series show that just don't mean shit. And I was like, why did I watch that? You just wasted a whole episode. Like when they're stranded on the one planet with like the rocks coming down and shit, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
They wasted an entire episode on that for zero development in anything. I was like, what the fuck? There's 6 episodes. You just threw one away.
Well, yeah, I agree with you mainly, but that was actually more of my gripe with Hawkeye and Soldier was because, like, after watching Eternals and all these other movies are out, they're just so insignificant. I just don't care at all about the story arcs because it's like, what is Sam gonna do? You're just a guy, bro. After what's going on being built, and I like Sam. I love Sam. He's great. His suit's fire. I'm like, I think he'll be a good Captain America. But then when you're thinking in the grand scheme of what's going on, what's Homeboy gonna do? You know,
he's not.
What's he gonna do?
Yeah, he's not Steve.
Yeah, well, mainly because he also doesn't even have the super soldier serum. So then, like, you're straight up just a guy. You're not even the smartest man in the room. And so what's insane with Hawkeye, you know, there's just nobody in that really has any significance of what's going on. And none of them tied into anything either. While Loki we thought was going to tie into stuff, but it just didn't happen.
Just didn't. It literally meant nothing. Yeah. Like, we thought this was this huge, like, MCU changing event that just happened in a TV show. It literally hasn't meant shit.
Like, it's just been brushed over. Yeah. I agree. God. I mean, I'll say this too. I have Loki at 3 as well, but to me, I feel like it goes Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and then like a couple of tiers above that is my number 3. That's how low I have Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Facts.
Yeah, I just feel bad having Loki so close to Falcon and Winter Soldier when it should be like that much away.
There's a big gap here.
But yeah, no, in terms of ranking, it's there. Yeah.
There's limited shows out, so obviously they're going to be close, but there's a big difference between Falcon and the Winter Soldier and everything else.
Yeah, I agree. No, I felt the same way about Loki. It felt like a bunch of filler, and then the few shows, like the few episodes that were good, were fine. That last one was dope, but you know, since then we haven't gotten any answers. So it's like, what the fuck?
Right, like, do we have to wait for Loki season 2 for any of that to mean anything? Like, is that all it's going to affect is the Loki TV series?
I think after watching Spider-Man for sure. That's what's gonna happen. And also with how Doctor Strange and the trailers are looking, it's looking more like the What If episode than anything else. So it's like that's just not gonna tie in. But anyways, for my actual number 2, though, we're once again talking about Loki here. Loki is my number 2 because I really enjoyed the show when I watched it. I've rewatched it and I enjoyed it just as much, even though, like we were just talking about, feels like there's no significance and it's like we kind of got baited. That's my only gripe with it and why it's not number 1. If it did have a connection, it would be without a doubt my number 1 show probably. Also, it has Owen Wilson in it. If I have any questions about my sexuality, it is because of Owen Wilson. I am gay for that man, without a doubt.
What did he say?
If I have any questions about my sexuality, it is because of Owen Wilson. I am gay for that man, without a doubt.
What do you mean by that?
I'd watch anything that he is in. Dude, I loved Mobius so much. And when I thought he died, I was going to cry. And I'm so glad he didn't die. So the fact that he's still alive is the reason why he's number 2.
Now, you love Mobius. Do you think you'll love Morbius?
I want to watch it, but somebody else here doesn't. There's a reason why it's coming out April
Loki,
Fools, bro.
Because it's a joke of a fucking movie. Loki, like, if it had some significance, that'd be cool. I think, honestly, there has been, like, I've talked about it with some other people. They kind of wanted Loki and Mobius to end up together because, like, Loki was hinting in the show, like, he's bisexual. And so I know there's some people that are, like, kind of hoping, like, those two would end up, like, together. But he ends up with Sylvia, which is a variant of him, which was kind of weird. Especially after Spider-Man, it makes it more weird. Because, like, those guys are variants of each other in a way. And they were like, oh, we're like brothers. Like, we're so close. We have this connection. And it's like a family connection. And there's Loki and Sylvia, who are also variants of each other. But instead, they're together in, like, a romantic way. Not like a brother-sister way. So, like, that also kind of makes it a little bit more weird. But, yeah, like you said, if it actually had significance, Loki would have been better. For sure.
Mm-hmm. I agree. But it's your number 2 now, Blake.
Oh, I mean, my number 2, Hawkeye.
I'm curious.
I love.
Oh shit, we gotta have the same one.
Hawkeye. Yeah, me and you. I figured, Alex, you and I would have the same list. I kind of thought all of us would pretty much have a very similar list. Yeah, Hawkeye was really good. I thought there was no filler episodes. I feel like every episode there's actually stuff going on that was building and making sense. It wasn't like, like we said, Loki had filler episodes. Falcon and the Winter Soldier had filler episodes. I love Kate Bishop. I think she's a great character. I can't wait to see her more. Yelena was amazing. I was happy to see her back. Her and Kate together are easily like a duo that I want to see way more of, and I would argue is of where we are now in the MCU with like the OG Avengers all getting off, basically. I would say those two are up there for like the duo I want to see the most on screen. We got to see Kingpin come back, which was cool to see that like tie in and help with bringing in the Daredevil, which was like a really cool thing to be looking forward to. I didn't think it disappointed, and I thought it gave us. From what we're talking about, like, it is hard to imagine how the Captain Americas, the Hawkeyes, and them are going to fit in the MCU with the bigger issues. I think Hawkeye kind of helped that MCU could go in a direction where, like, there's issues going on in New York City that's only some of their jobs to take care of, not everybody's. And there's going to be bigger bads that they take care of that others don't have to. Like, there's going to be, like, invasions on Earth that Cap and Hawkeye and all them still have their jobs to help take care of. But, like, if Captain Marvel showed up, she would just body whatever's happening. But she has her own bigger issues that she can't take care of everything. So, like, there's going to be, like, on-Earth issues that they still have their meaning. And then there's going to be the galactic issues that, the Eternals and Captain Marvel and Thor and all them have to take care of that are, like, they can keep them all in their own lanes where they still make sense and have the power. And I think Hawkeye did a good job of showing us, like, with Kingpin coming back, hopefully they keep doing stuff with him. Like, there can be this criminal underworld that's like makes sense for them. So that's, I don't know. I just like Hawkeye for that.
Same, dude. I agree. Like handing off the baton to like new characters, and you know the two new characters, Kate Bishop and Yelena, were perfect. So it's going to be nice to see them in future projects. And then I think I have like a soft spot for it because like they timed it perfectly.
Why?
To where the episode
Why
where
do you have a soft spot for it, Alex?
Don't worry about it. Well,
why do you have a soft spot? I think you actually have
is it a soft spot or a hard spot?
This is where you insert a picture of his IG discovery.
Whoa, 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 hey.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
We don't talk about that here.
Anyways, spot is no longer soft.
The soft spot is soft spot for it because when they revealed Kingpin, it was on that episode that Wednesday, and then the Thursday after they revealed Matt Murdock in Spider-Man No Way Home. So that was like a nice timing of everything. So you know, it kind of brought me back to the old Daredevil show. It was fun. I actually enjoyed Hawkeye for what it was. It was fun. I don't know what Josh was talking about, having a dead last. What the hell is wrong with you?
Bro, Kingpin was a bitch in the show. An ultra bitch.
Why?
Bro, he got fucked on the entire show. He was just pathetic. Like, I had so much more expectations of coming in, of being like a scary bad, but now I just don't give two shits about him. Dude can get fucked by a dog, and I'd be like, that makes sense.
Bro, he is. You also have to understand, like they've talked about, he was part of the blip, so he lost a lot of his power when he came back. So it's not the exact same as Daredevil, because in that 5-year period, the people he had under his control are no longer under his control. So he has to kind of get that power back. So it's also.
Well, I mean, even in his own like physical altercations, he was like a bitch. I mean, he just absolutely got wrecked.
What do you mean? He was a body cake. He was throwing her through windows and shit. He got hit by a car. He got blown up and shit. Yeah. Like, what?
Oh yeah, getting hit
guy
by
just
the
took
car
all of that.
Still walked it off.
It's just I don't know. I just didn't like it. I think my expectations is what made it not good for me, whether it's good or not. I think I expected too much.
Crazy.
I mean,
well, I guess we can just say what our number one is because it's pretty obvious. Yeah,
obviously we're all WandaVision.
The first one.
The OG.
I liked like the way that set it up. It was like really trippy at first. Like these first 3 episodes, because I remember I think it was a 9-episode series. I think I was like the only one. It was
8.
Really weird because it's like, what the fuck is this? It's like it's a little weird, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, and then like on like once you get to episode 6, you start to like reference stuff from the previous episodes. Like, okay, now I start to understand why. I don't know. I thought it was like a nice, kind of trippy way to like tell a story where it's like taking you through like her past, and she's using her ability to kind of warp reality to her needs, and you like, as us, the audience, we were just thrown into it. We're like, what the fuck's going on? Which is actually what I feel like that's what they wanted to go for. Like we were supposed to go into that like knowing absolutely nothing, and
especially
coming back every week
being
like, what is going to happen?
100%. The first 2 episodes, you literally had like no context of what was really happening.
I also thought it was like the best written show out of all of them. Plus, also like the fact of not knowing what was going on. I liked how they added the commercials in there, and it made things even more confusing. So it was probably just the most fun to like talk with your friends of like, oh, what's gonna happen? What is happening? Plus, also, I thought it was like actually like pretty fun to watch, just not even having any connections to Marvel, just of like what's going to happen, like setting up stuff. Just the fact that you're kind of guessing what TV show is basing off, what era it was in. That was really fun. So.
Plus, it actually seems like this is the one that is going to have some, implications in the MCU future, obviously, from what we've seen from Doctor Strange. Which is just kind of nice that we're actually getting a TV series that bleeds into the MCU movies. So that's, part of why we all like it, I think. Or why I'm so excited for hopefully they do that with the other series. Who knows? But yeah, I think
they have to, dude. We can't have 3 in a row where they're like not mentioning anything. Like I feel like the next shows they have to mention something in like another movie or something. They can't just keep.
I mean, there's been something saying Moon Knight doesn't.
Like leave us hanging.
There's some stuff that says Moon Knight does not connect to the MCU.
How?
Not like in a sense like eventually he will, but like apparently in the series there is like pretty much zero mention, or there's like no end credit scene that's like tying him into the MCU. And like say like Blade shows up, like a lot of people are hoping or thinking that potentially this end credit scene will be somewhat similar to the Eternals end credit scene with Dane Whitman was, of like, you know, we just either we hear his voice or we actually see him show up and talk to whoever it is, Mark, Moon Knight, Mr. Knight, whatever one it is. But there's been apparently, I mean, obviously this could just be Marvel and them lying because they don't want to give it away. But there is some stuff talking about that Moon Knight is kind of like separate from the MCU in a way. I don't get it.
I am reserving judgment for it. I have to see it first before I make any assumptions. Right. So, but still, yeah. I don't know. I feel like WandaVision was just like a dope concept. It was nice. It was executed really well, and I think that was like the first show where it's like it made sense to like kind of hide the fact like who the actual villain was, and then like obviously Agnes's like theme was iconic as fuck. Like when it came out, it was dope. It's a spin-off of the WandaVision theme, and yeah, and like you said already in the trailer for Doctor Strange, he goes to Wanda and she mentions Westview, or no, I think he's like the one that's like, I'm not here to talk about Westview. I'm here to talk about like what's going on now. So, I mean, at least it's mentioned, and it kind of leaves Wanda off from where she left off in that show. So it only makes sense, Plus, she's just a dope character, like. Like Wanda and Vision, power couple of the MCU.
Talking about them being a couple, it also gave more context of like how their relationship actually built, because you know how we go in Infinity War and then they're just like super serious and we kind of don't have that, we have that missing context, and then this really added to that relationship to now where like it hit so hard once we see it break again.
It does.
Yeah. So also, I love the fact that it kind of setting up, Wanda just becoming ultra powerful and kind of becoming is she the good guy? Is she the bad guy? Especially when she was talking to Strange in the trailer of like, I forgot what the exact line was, but basically her saying, you do the same stuff as me, but yet I'm viewed as the villain and you're not. You break everything. And then the only thing you really get is Wong saying, don't do that. While here I'm literally getting chased.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think, it was something along the lines of, like, you're the hero, I'm the bad guy, that doesn't seem fair. Or she says something along the lines of, that doesn't seem fair.
I think she said, it doesn't seem fair to me, which I was like, I love that line.
Yeah.
Go off, Wanda.
Yeah. Which, I mean, there is also a little bit of difference of holding a whole town under mind control. But
well, yeah.
One of my main takeaways from WandaVision that, like, annoys me, like, the other ones have their annoyance because they're not tying in yet. Hopefully they will. Like, my main, like, annoyance or issue, I guess, with WandaVision is, like, what happened to White Vision? Homie was just, like, ship of Theseus. Oh, shit, this is wild. And then flies away, and we're just like, all right, see you later, man. Maybe we'll see you in the next decade or so. Like, I don't know.
Yeah. Vision literally gave him his memories, and then they're like, basically, they were talking about, am I actually the real Vision? And then he just transformed his memories into him. So now he has the body and the memories, so you'd think, plus he also has Mind Stone powers, so you think that'd mean Vision's back, baby. But he's just like, nah, he's white, I don't care, gone.
I don't get it.
Yeah. Still, it's kind of interesting to think about, because it's like, he's still out there. He's not dead or anything. He can show up at any moment. We just don't know when. He could show up in not WandaVision, in Doctor Strange. We don't know.
I don't think you will.
We'll just have to wait and find out.
That would just be a lot to unpack if we're also adding
I think
that.
Wanda is more of a side character in this movie than anything. It's still going to be Doctor Strange's movie. So if you add White Vision in there, I think it would be kind of like how, they cut Joker from the Batman because it would derail everyone's attention from what's going on. So.
I think Wanda will actually have a bigger role than they're leading on in Doctor Strange 2.
I hope so, man. I hope so.
I think Wanda's actually going to be a pretty big role, and they're kind of holding back in the trailers and previews to kind of keep it a little bit of a, not exactly a secret, but just not kind of throw us off a little bit, I guess. At least I hope.
Which is the classic Marvel thing to do.
Right, just like they added this character.
It's what
Hulk,
Marvel does.
And then for about a decade, they fucked with us. We thought he would actually be good, but they're like, guess what? We're gonna fuck him up for a decade.
Just for him to get replaced by She-Hulk in the worst budgeted looking show
in
out of
the
all of them.
CW version of an MCU show.
Bro, straight up. Ninth season of the Flash vibes going on over there.
In season 1.
Yep. God, that looked awful.
Oh my god.
I mean, I guess the good news with the shows is we know Miss Marvel is going to connect to the future, because, we know she's in the Marvels movie that comes out in, I think, 2023? Maybe that is 2023.
Yeah.
But we know she's going to be in it, so at least we know for sure that one.
Well, chill, dude. 2023 is the year of DC, man. You can't do that.
Nah, bro, that's this year. They got 4 movies coming out this year.
I wonder why.
I think it's down to 3. That's our ranking for the MCU shows. Let us know in the comments down below why Josh is wrong for doing Hawkeye dirty. Be sure to
know
like
I'm right.
this.
And that these two guys are just the same person, Got to be different. Got to be different. Be different. Support your opinions.
Be different for the
Don't be
sake of being
suppressed.
different, you're not
Don't be
different.
suppressed.
Leave a like, subscribe to the channel, follow along on our Twitter, TikTok, Instagram. As for the 80th time, we're going to try to be more active on those. And we'll see you guys next time.
The Green Knight sucks.
Peace.